Have you ever noticed it's the same summer, the same heat, but some people fail to grow vegetables? Plants wilt, leaves burn, nothing to harvest. Meanwhile, others harvest fresh greens every single day, clean, fresh, and almost effortless. So what makes the difference? It's not luck, it's choosing the right plants. Most people make one very common mistake. They grow vegetables that don't belong in the summer. And the result? The plants stop growing. They bolt too quickly. Then they die early. But here's something most people don't tell you. Some vegetables actually thrive in the heat. The more sun they get, the faster they grow. The more you harvest, the more they produce. If you choose the right ones, even a small corner in your home can give you fresh food all summer long. In this video, I'm going to share with you 5 of the easiest vegetables to grow in hot weather, perfect for beginners and capable of producing again and again. Before we talk about the vegetables, there's one important rule you need to understand. Not all plants can survive the heat. Summer brings 3 main challenges: high temperatures, strong sunlight, and fast water evaporation. For many vegetables, this is simply too much. Cool season crops like lettuce or spinach, they struggle. Their leaves burn, they grow slowly, or they bolt too early. And once they bolt, they stop producing food. But here's the interesting part. Some plants are built for this. They don't just survive in the heat, they thrive in it. They grow faster, they resist stress better, and they produce more food. That's why choosing the right vegetables changes everything. Instead of fighting the weather, you work with it. Instead of losing plants, you build a system that keeps producing. And once you understand this, gardening becomes much easier. Now, let's move on to the first vegetable that almost anyone can grow in summer. Let's start with one of the easiest plants you can grow in summer, water spinach. If you are a beginner, this is the perfect choice. It grows fast, very fast. In just 20 to 25 days, you can start harvesting. And the best part? It loves the heat. The hotter it gets, the faster it grows. Water spinach is also very flexible. You can grow it in soil or even in water. All you need is a small container, some sunlight, and a little bit of care. That's it. But here's what makes it really powerful. Every time you cut it, it grows back, stronger, thicker, faster. It's like a natural regeneration system. You don't plant once and harvest once. You plant once and harvest again and again. If your goal is to have fresh vegetables every single week, start with water spinach. It's simple, it's reliable, and it almost never fails in summer. Next, let's talk about a plant that many people think is difficult: tomatoes. But here's the truth. Summer is actually the best time for tomatoes to grow. Why? Because tomatoes love sunlight. They need strong light to produce flowers, and more flowers means more fruit. Warm temperatures also help the fruit develop faster. And compared to the rainy season, there's less risk of fungal diseases. That means healthier plants and better harvests. Now, tomatoes do need a little support. They grow upward, so you'll need a stake or a simple trellis. You should also water regularly. Not too much, not too little, just keep the soil evenly moist. And don't forget, remove old or yellow leaves. This helps the plant stay healthy and improves airflow. Here's a small secret. If you take care of it properly, one tomato plant can produce dozens of fruits, not just once, but continuously over many weeks. So tomatoes are not just easy to grow, they're a long-term food source. Now, let's move to a plant that truly belongs to summer: cucumbers. This is a fast-growing vine that loves heat. The warmer the weather, the faster it grows. And once it starts producing, it doesn't stop. Cucumbers grow vertically, so they don't take much space. All you need is a simple trellis or a climbing support, and they will take care of the rest. One of the biggest advantages, they produce continuously. You don't harvest once, you harvest almost every day, fresh, crisp, and full of water. Perfect for hot summer days. But there's one important rule. Cucumbers need water, a lot of it. If the soil gets too dry, the fruits can become bitter. So keep the soil moist, not flooded, just consistently moist. And here's a powerful tip. Harvest your cucumbers regularly. Don't let them grow too big, because once the fruit matures, the plant slows down production. But if you keep harvesting, the plant keeps producing new ones, again and again. Cucumbers are simple, efficient, and incredibly productive in summer. Now, let's talk about a plant that truly loves extreme heat, chili peppers. This is one of the most heat-tolerant plants you can grow. In fact, the hotter it gets, the better they perform. More sun, stronger plants, richer flavor, and spicier fruits. Chili peppers are also very low maintenance. They don't need too much care, and once established, they can produce for months, not just weeks. This makes them a long-term food source. You can grow them in the ground or in small pots. Even a balcony is enough. Now here's something interesting. If you give them too much water, they won't perform well. Too much care can actually slow them down. So keep it simple. Well-drained soil, moderate watering, plenty of sunlight. That's all they need. And once they start producing, you'll always have fresh chilies ready to use. Small plant, big impact. Finally, let's talk about a plant that thrives in extreme heat, Malabar spinach. This is a climbing vine that grows very well in summer. It doesn't just survive the heat, it loves it. While many leafy greens struggle, Malabar spinach keeps growing strong. It produces thick, glossy leaves, soft, nutritious, and perfect for cooking. One of its biggest advantages, it's very easy to grow. It's resistant to pests and doesn't require much care. You can grow it along a fence, on a trellis, or even on a balcony. It climbs upward, saving you space. And here's the best part. The more you harvest, the more it grows. New shoots appear quickly, fresh leaves again and again. This makes it a reliable and continuous food source, especially during the hottest months. If you want a leafy green that won't fail in summer, Malabar spinach is a perfect choice. Now, here's where everything becomes more powerful. Instead of growing each plant separately, you can combine them and create a small, efficient system. Think of your garden as a mini ecosystem. Each plant has a role. Each one supports the others. For example, water spinach grows fast. It gives you quick harvests. Cucumbers climb upward. They save space. Malabar spinach also climbs and can create natural shade. Chili peppers and tomatoes grow taller and fill vertical space. When you combine them correctly, you use every layer of your garden, top, middle, and ground. This brings 3 big benefits. First, you save space. Even a small area can produce a lot of food. Second, you reduce pests and problems. A diverse garden is more balanced. And third, you increase your total harvest. More plants, more production from the same space. So instead of thinking, what should I plant? Start thinking, how can these plants work together? That's the difference between basic gardening and smart gardening. Now, growing vegetables in summer is not just about food. It's about something bigger. First, control. When you grow your own food, you know exactly what you're eating. No chemicals, no uncertainty. Just clean, fresh vegetables. Second, savings. A few pots of vegetables can reduce your grocery bills, week after week, month after month. And third, health. Fresh vegetables are more nutritious, better taste, better for your body. And finally, peace of mind. There's something special about taking care of plants, watering them, watching them grow. It slows you down. It helps you relax. In a fast, busy world, this simple habit can make a real difference. So this is not just about gardening, it's about building a better daily life. So, summer is not the enemy, it's an opportunity, but only if you choose the right plants. Today, we talked about 5 powerful options: water spinach, tomatoes, cucumbers, chili peppers, and Malabar spinach. These are not just easy to grow, they're reliable. They produce continuously, and they can turn even a small space into a steady food source. You don't need a big garden. You don't need expensive tools. Just a small corner, a few containers, and the right choices. Start simple, start small, but start today. Because once you begin, you'll realize how powerful this really is. If you found this video helpful, make sure to like and subscribe. And I'll see you in the next video.